What's up, guys? This is the detective. Man, we're down to like the last 20 or so games on the Steam Backlog Series. So today's game is Tomb Raider, which I don't think really needs an introduction. So let's just jump right into it. The reboot of the old popular...
Famous explorer once said,
let's just skip all this if I can.
the extraordinary
So,
things we do,
okay, I don't think I can
not
skip
who
this.
we are.
So Tomb Raider, if you don't know, is the reboot of the popular PC and PlayStation game
But instead,
of the same name.
adventure.
Popular for very different reasons. One, it was a very sexualized... Oh, there we go. It was a very sexualized version of a female protagonist at the time. And on the PC side of things, it was one of the few games that really showcased, I think along with Quake, just what 3D graphic cards could do for a PC. Now, we take it very, very much for granted, like very much for granted, that, you know, we all buy, you know, whatever graphics cards, right? Now we're... Can I skip this too? There we go. So we take for granted things like, you know, ray tracing, real-time ray tracing, and things like that. But when I hate to say when I was growing up, because I feel like such an old man in the clouds kind of thing here. But the when I was growing up, graphics cards, true graphics cards, used a pass-through. So you would essentially connect the video card to the graphics card, or 3D card, if you will, and then it would pass through. And so anyways, one of the first pioneers in the space, which doesn't exist anymore, unfortunately, was Voodoo FX and their extreme graphics. I bought a monster. Was it a monster? I think it was a monster 3DFX card for, I don't even remember how much, but I bought it and it was something like, it had 4 megabytes, I think,
Got to get down.
of video memory. Yeah, 4 megabytes of video memory, if you can believe that, man. I think I'm supposed to try to, like... I have played this game on my Xbox.
It's gonna hurt.
Come on. Catch fire already. There we go. There we go. Alright, so yes. Ooh. So anyways, yeah, 4 megabytes of RAM. And I'll tell you guys, man, I've gone and looked back at some of those games, even with the 3D, and oh my god, were they rough. Well, I mean, obviously compared to today's standards, they were extremely rough looking, but oh my god, at the time, was it like night and day to go from, I don't even remember what the... You pretty much didn't even get 640 by 480 without getting a graphics card. So to go from the pixelated garbage that was back then to the 4 megabytes on the Monster 3D card was just incredible. Flammable objects, bright white. Alright, oh. So I have to go back and get something here. So, what do I have to grab here? There's... Do I grab this thing? Should be able to grab that. There we go. So, yeah, it's incredible, incredible. From 4 megabytes, and you know what's funny, man? I'll tell you guys, this is it's one of those weird, you laugh at it in retrospect kind of things. So I worked at a computer retail store that was operated by IBM at the time. And so we had a rep from Creative Labs. If anybody remembers Creative Labs, first of all. So a Creative Labs rep would come in. Cool guy. Don't push that. Oh, there we go. So, yeah, cool guy, and he would come in ranting and raving about the NVIDIA TNT cards, guys. TNT. And so where... Oh. So whereas... not NVIDIA. Whereas 3DFX was obviously using what they called the glide technology for it. NVIDIA chose to go the OpenGL and Direct 3D DirectX is Direct 3D. As Microsoft released it, which, by the way, at the time was like so shitty. So shitty. It took them a while to figure that shit out. But anyways, and I remember myself and a few other people, other gamers, we would laugh like, NVIDIA's never going to be a player. Like, never. It's all about the 3DFX. And again, lo and behold, now in retrospect, it's hilarious to see how wrong we were. The 3DFX now has, has gone the way of the dodo, and here we are now in an NVIDIA-dominated world. I can't remember what I'm doing here. Ooh. Did I break that shit? Yeah. I think if I light this stuff, though, it doesn't really do anything. Does it? Yeah, that's right, because it craps out over there. Alright, so that knocks that shit down. That shit's up there. There's a logic to this. I know there is. Oh. Do I run onto this from here? I don't think so. Oh, I do. There we are. There we are. Alright. So back up. So yeah, it's kind of funny to look back and think on what was at the time. Like, we just, to think that we laughed at NVIDIA, and now here we are, obviously years later, and as I said, they're the dominant player, right? All right, I know I gotta trigger something up here. I know I do. Do I just go up and push that? Is it that simple? It might be. It might be. And push. And burn. There we are. Little puzzles, right? Little puzzles. That's what Tomb Raider was all about back then. I've got to get out of here. So there you guys go. It's a little anecdotal story of, of my old gaming days. About my first graphics card was a Monster 3D add-on card. Wasn't even a video card, it was an add-on card. And I can't be certain, but I feel like the NVIDIA cards that started coming out were